Hey, it's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes. We're here at Wilson Gap, and we're going to be heading toward Raven Bald on the Bartram Trail, but we're not going to go all the way to Raven Bald. We're going to actually hang a left, work our way to Flint Knob. It's 5 miles out, so got a lot of hiking to do. Well, this trail looks a little different than the last time we were here. As I recall, I think the leaves were down largely. When we made this hook, we could see the ridge. You can see it out there. You can see across to the ridge. I think we're going to actually swoop around and go over there. But yeah, a lot greener. A lot more encroachment. Bartram doesn't get quite the traffic that like the AT does, but it sees its fair share. So we're working our way around through this rhododendron tunnel. And I forget the name of this knob that's over here on our right. We can't see it. It's just this slope. But eventually we're going to make our way over to a little gap, as I recall. And then we'll head up over and up that ridge right there. So it's nice and cool today, which is really nice. Up here, the temperatures are real mild, and we're getting a breeze every once in a while too, so that's nice. But still humid, so I'm still sweating. What's brother gonna do? Anyway, we're gonna keep moving. That's what we're gonna do. Good sized sassafras tree here and one right there. Some little ones. Hanging in there. A gnarly looking tree as we finally bust out to the gap here. Come out of the rhododendron tunnels. There you are. Be a nice place to camp. Of all the places I've hiked in, particularly in Georgia, and overlooks I've seen, this is probably my favorite, or in the top 2. There's just something about this perch, and particularly when you're coming down through here and you look at it, it's just like a window out in front of you. I don't know why, it's just a gorgeous spot and a gorgeous view. Really like it. You really get that window effect from this vantage point. You're bolstered by those 2 trees, and it's just like looking out the window of a big house. Cool breeze coming up too. Oh, side trail to a perch. Can't remember if I came down here on my last hike. I think I did. Yeah, you got a little slab out there you could go to. A little rock too you could sit on. I think this is Wilson Knob here. Creek is barely flowing. It's nice and cool up here. We're getting a breeze every once in a while too that helps push the gnats and the mosquitoes off of me. My last video I talked about not using bug spray. I might be tempted today, that's for sure. Little tempting. Moving on. Done got growed over back through there. We're here at the WMA boundary, of course. The Bartram along here pretty much just constitutes the boundary. Got a few blackberries. But yeah, good to be out of those weeds. I suspect at some point the fellow who was parked down by where I was, he was in a Jeep too. I expect he'll be coming back this way. I think I saw tracks in some places, so I think he probably came out to Raven Bald. got an earlier start than I did. And I growed over. Alright, so we came around the side of Flat Top and had to move up that slowly. But yeah, it was really overgrown a good bit. I mean, you could still hit the trail, but a lot of encroachment. And now on the backside, we're coming through some rhododendron. It's just like a different world. The trail can change very, very quickly in personality. I just, you know, one minute you're in open brush and the next minute you're walking through some rhododendrons. Some of this ground cover too. Anyway, onward. So there's the turnoff down to the gun range, the road to the gun range. And some pretty flowers. We're gonna make our way. I have a feeling that trail out to Flint is gonna be growed over. We're getting a lot of that down here already. That's a little disconcerting. But we can at least go have a look, can't we? So we took us a break down at a camp spot down in the Gap, working our way up now. Final little ascent, you might say. You can see the chanterelles out there. Bunch of them. I might come back through there and harvest some of those. And do a little research and make sure I've got the right thing. Yeah, small line that divides tasty and deadly. Oh wow, here's some even more. Yeah. All down this little runoff. Megan's. Yeah. Might have to get a few of them and then see if they kill me or not. Well, that other guy in the Jeep just passed me. Heading back. I let him know I ducked his Jeep. And Jeep folks would like to put ducks on each other's Jeep. East for fun. Yeah. So he's making his way down. I'm still making my way up. Well, this creek's running a little bit. Could work in a pinch. Despite the breeze and the cool temps, very cool for August for sure. It's still pretty humid. I've still done my fair share of sweating today. We're getting closer to the turnoff. The Bartram continues up to Raven Bald, which is up to our right. And then Flint Knob Trail turn off to our left. Well, we're at Flint Gap. We're 4.1 miles from the truck. We're just under a mile from Raven Bald. We're 1.9 miles from Alex Mountain. And it looks like we're, I can't tell if that's a 7/10 of a mile from Flint Knob. I'm gonna call that a 7. The trail looks pretty good, so let's go check it out. Some kind of scat. Trail forks right here. I don't know if they come back together or if we're supposed to go the other way. So it looks like it comes back in here. We came from that way and our little hiker blazes were on the trees on our side. Like this one. So we were on the right path. So we started a bit of a descent and it dropped rather quickly. I don't think we have but maybe a couple of 150 feet or so, if that, to drop. So I was a little worried that we were going to be going down like that way. But thankfully it's wrapping itself around this knob. So our knob must be ahead of us and out of view, I would take it. And of course we got some low down here. Fun. Well, we made it into the saddle. The climb going back up to that first knob to Flint Gap is not going to be fun. But from here to the top of Flint Knob, we should only have about 50 feet, give or take, to go. So it's about, oh, I don't know, almost twice the distance of coming down into this saddle maybe. So, you know, we got to climb, but hopefully it's more gradual than what we just came down. Well, we're at Flint Knob. Trail continues on that way, and we got a little fork. Looks like it's going to take us to a view, which I was hoping for. Well, this might just be worth that climb back up. Look at there. Nice. So here we are. I think down into that valley goes down into where the gun range is. And we came from that way. It's hard to tell which one's Wilson Knob, which one's Flat Top. This might be Flat Top right here. We would have went around the back of that and then went out. But definitely up this draw here, a trail that goes down to gun range. Gun range is back down in that valley there, somewhere in that holler. Beautiful spot. We can see some of the farms and stuff on out that way, kind of toward Clayton and Dillard and all that. Great spot. I'm glad I came. Well, we're back at the first knob. I think I'm going to take this side trail because I think it goes back around. That's what looped in what we saw a while ago. Just to see if it goes to a overlook or something. It kind of got this open look to it, and I noticed that from the other side too. So we might get lucky. Well, look at here. That would be why that trail was there. Nice. And I believe that's Flat Top. And I believe that out to our far left here is going to be Raven. Let's walk down. You gotta be careful walking under these ledges because a lot of times copperheads like to bed up under those. And we got some scat. Looks like maybe a coyote. I guess it could always be dog. Yeah, okay, so we can barely see Raven. Not much to see down here, but I don't know. We could get into some slick moss here if we're not careful. That's a nice little rock face. I'm kind of kicking myself for not coming down here before. Nice. Back on the trail. Make our way over to Flint Gap. And we'll be on back to Gobi. About the time I break the camera out, the cicadas stop. Not that you could see them, but you could hear them. Had to take my word for it. Anyway, we're back at Flint Gap. Back at Flint Gap. The good news is we only have 4.1 miles to go. The bad news is we have 4.1 miles to go. That's all in perspective. Taking a little break. Make a little laugh. No, just taking a break. Just came down off the ridge there from Flint Gap. I gotta get up over Flat Top. And that's gonna be a climb. Not gonna be pleasant. It's not gonna be as steep as that other, but it's not gonna be pleasant. I didn't call it Mount Pleasant. But yeah, we gotta get over that. Get on around, zigzag our way over to that window. We can look out and meander our way around Wilson Knob and over to Gobi. We're up here in a saddle, and over here to our left, you can't see through the trees. No use to turn the camera around. But we're over here by Big Ridge, which also goes up and joins Raven Bald. That's where I did that death slog that time. I doing that when the summertime was stupid. I'd like to go back though and do it in the winter when the weeds are down, because I bet there's going to be some beautiful views heading up that. It's a long, gradual climb, but it's nice. So if you want to look around on Uncle Joe Hikes for that hike, that's called Big Ridge to Raven Bald. That was painful. That was a painful climb. But yeah, we're going to take a little break. I found a couple of what I think are chanterelles over here. I'm going to harvest them and then get some pictures. And maybe, Rusty, maybe you could tell me if they're chanterelles. I don't think anything else looks like those orange chanterelles that we have in Georgia. But I just want to be sure. I'm a mushroom novice. I don't know the good ones from bad ones, except for the chanterelles and the literally, that's the only ones. I see them growing sometimes. I see people say, oh, they're so good. So, we'll find out. It'll either be, those are so good, or rest in peace. So, I don't know if this one's good or bad, but we're going to try to cut him off low. See what we get. Looks like he'll need a little cleaning. Set it over here on this rock. There's some right there. But the ones I really noticed, and I would assume you want to get these when they're vibrant looking. Yeah, there's some here. They're kind of curled up. I don't know what that means though. I don't know if it means that's bad or if it's good. I do not know. I do not know. Are these too far gone? Are these right? I don't know. I don't know. See what I can find out. Well, we're back at our turnoff at the firing range. One day we're going to do that trail. Probably have to wait till it gets a little bit more like fall. I got a feeling that place is going to be growed over down through there. It's already that way a little bit here. We got a few places like this. When we came in, we saw them, so that means we got to go back through them. This isn't bad, but there's some that are a lot more overgrown than this. Not so much you can't really see the trail, not as bad as Big Ridge was. So be thankful for that. Got to get up this hill to Flat Top. As you're coming up Flat Top from the south, you're going through a series of little like switchbacks or chicanes, and so you got to kind of watch yourself there, I guess. But yeah, you can see some rock on the side. I think that might be Big Ridge right there, which is why I would like to come and do that again. Like I say, when the leaves are down, might even be able to get out on some of those. I don't know. Though I didn't really see any side trails when I was on it, but like I say, it was overgrown pretty bad. So anyway, you got this series of short switchbacks and S's and chicanes and stuff as you come up flat top from the south. So just keep that in mind as you start making your way and start getting close to it, that you're going to have this you know, have these twists and turns and rocks. Well, there's our window to the world. That's just gorgeous. Man, I love that. It is just such a beautiful place, such a unique place. All right, we're back at the Gap. Old Goby's over there waiting patiently. Hopefully nobody broke in and got my army men. I got a whole bag of them in there. I count them every night and every morning. And if there's any missing, I'm gonna be fit to be tied. All right. Bartram Trail to Flint Knob done. That's a slog, about 10 miles. Climbing wasn't too bad. That one climb back up to the knob before Flint Knob, heading back this way, I knew that was going to be tough. But thankfully it's short. Eighth of a mile, maybe a little more, maybe not quite a quarter. So it does move around a lot. But yeah, that's done. I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad I took that side trail on the first knob on my way back, because it's a couple of good perches. Between the two knobs, there's two good places to sit and take in the mountains in the distance. So that was really good. Right now, we're going to get out of here and find us something to eat.